if your brother sins against you. In Matthew 18:15, it says, moreover, if your brother sins against you, go and tell his faults between you and him alone. If he hears you, you have gained a brother. But if he will not hear you, take with you one or two, that by the mouth of two or three witnesses they may be established. And if he refuses to hear it, tell it to the church. But if he refuses to hear the church, let him be to you like a heathen and a tax collector. Surely I say to you that whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. Again, I say to you that if you agree on earth concerning anything that asked of my fathers, it will be done. For where there are two or three gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them. So here God is saying, if you have a conflict with your brother or with your sister, with somebody in your family, with anybody, God is saying, like, don't go share these problems with another person. God is saying, go to that person and try to talk to that person about this problem. I remember one time I was very sick, and I wasn't able to go to the church for a few months because I was so sick. And there was this person that I was close to, and that I didn't get a call from them to ask how I was doing, and nobody else did. But it obviously hurts when you're close to somebody. Nobody else did, but it didn't matter anybody else. Nobody else called, and it was fine because I didn't care. But it's different when you get intimate with this person. I'm talking about a relationship, like friendship, not like a relationship like that. Intimate, where they know about your problems, where they know about your life, and you disclose certain information to them. But I remember, like, a few months later, I went back to the church. I sat next to the person, and I said, oh, it really hurt my feelings that you didn't call me this whole time that I was sick. And then the person got offended and said to me, well, she said, there's been a lot of times that I've been alone, and it's a part of growing, and sometimes you have to be alone. But she got offended, and I just said, okay. And I got up and I left. And obviously I don't need the person to, when you're trying to talk to this person, you're trying to like squash it. You're trying to, for the person to realize how they made you feel in a nice way. But if that person can't acknowledge it, then there's not even no point of trying to explain anything. I just said, okay. I left, and obviously it was never the same, because the way that they responded, they didn't respond in humbleness or gentleness. They responded in offense. And sometimes you still forgive them, you let them go, because when you forgive other people, you are being freed. You know, you're freed, you forgive them, you move on, and you let it go. But things like that does happen, and it's okay.